the Iceland Sports Complex here in Louisville, Kentucky. My name is Andrew Gus, joined alongside Garrett Drake. We're here on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network. And Garrett, we're just 5 minutes away now from puck drop here in Louisville. It'll be the first of a two-game set. Here, the first one in Louisville. Tomorrow, we'll go back to Bloomington and have game number 2. But here tonight, the Hoosiers dressed in all black, which we don't normally see on the road, but that's a first. And Louisville wearing their home whites with a red and black trim. Garrett, the Hoosiers are coming off a 6-game winning streak and looking to continue, obviously, with a team matchup here tonight. What's going to be their objective, especially at the start of the game, to get this series underway?
Yeah, Indiana's been playing incredible so far early on this season, ever since that opening weekend loss to Bowling Green. Haven't lost since, as you mentioned, Goose, and they'll look to keep the trend going as they've been winning a lot of T games, and those add up at the end of the season, and they've got 2 crucial ones here against Louisville.
Well, Garrett, we've seen a trend here. At the beginning of the year, most of these series matchups start off with a very quick first period. Lots of intensity, lots of speed, lots of hits. We're just 3 minutes away. Well, we'll take a brief break here on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network. Make sure to stay right here with us as we'll bring you to live action in just a few moments. And welcome back. Once again, just minutes away from period 1. And Garrett, the Hoosiers, I mentioned, on a 6-game winning streak. It's been starting between the pipes with the starting goaltender Sammy Billis. We'll see him again here tonight. And Billis is off to a really hot start this year.
Yeah, Goose, he's been lighting it up, a 6-0 record so far this season. Goals allowed average just below 2.5 at 2.35 and a save percentage at 91. He's been absolutely incredible for this Indiana team, and he gives them a chance to win every single game he's in between the pipes.
And Garrett, the Cardinals on the other side, they've had a pretty hot start to their year as well, 7-3. And goal for them tonight will be the sophomore goaltender, Nick DiGiacomo.
Yeah, he's been solid early on, a sophomore. Both the Louisville netminders who have seen action this year are sophomores. They lost the senior Cam Walsh last season. He was a mainstay in Louisville's games against Indiana, but we'll see some new faces today. DiGiacomo has a 5-2 record coming in, 2.48 goals allowed average and a save percentage just below 91, so could be a battle of the netminders today.
Well, goaltending is one big aspect of the game, but you can't forget who's behind the bench. Sending out the guys for the Hoosiers is Coach Weiss in his third year. And for the other side will be the Cardinals, Coach Brian Graham. Garrett, as I mentioned, does start a lot with these guys in the ice with the goalies, but those coaches too, making the game plans, all the hard work, looking at film the weeks before, setting the lineups. There's a lot that goes into that as well, but once again, just moments away here from puck drop, just picking up the pucks for warm-ups.
Absolutely, Goose. And Coach Brian Graham, been at Louisville for a long time. He picked up his 200th win earlier this season, and Andrew Weiss, I'm sure, is well on his way to racking up the wins this season in his career rather, in his third season here at Indiana, second full season behind the bench.
Well, mostly silence has come upon us here. You hear the whistle, and that means it's time for hockey. The first Thursday night game here on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network. As the Hoosiers going into fall break tomorrow, no one has class, so being here in Louisville tonight is not a problem for anyone.
It's going to be a late night, but as you mentioned, it's all right.
It's going to be Andrew Chambers and Patrick Williams stepping in for the opening draw. The rubber biscuit hits the ice, and we're underway. It'll be Louisville taking possession early. Chambers lays a nice hit. It'll be on net. Bill sends it back down. It'll be picked up by Ray Myers in the far side corner. They'll work up ice. Connect to Rock. Rock gets dumped into the bench. Myers once again with the puck. He'll move up ice. He'll give it off to Chambers. The Hoosiers moving from left to right, excuse me. As Burke will lay a hit in the far side wall. They'll hold the line and try to get to work. As the Cardinals bank it out to center ice, it'll be Matt McKay scanning for options. McKay on his own blue line, fakes to Myers. He'll have a skate up ice. We'll try hesitating there, and his pass just didn't get through. It'll be intercepted away by Jack Hawkins. He'll dump it in, and the Hoosiers go for a line change. Sweet Chambers chasing the near side corner. As it frees up, Hawkins tries a shot on net there. It just frees out of the zone. Chambers will regroup. As his dump in just jumped into the Louisville bench there. We'll have our first stop to play here with 18:56 in the first.
And Goose, you got a feeling both of these teams waiting to play each other. They're eager to see how they stack up. Louisville with a win over Kentucky earlier on in the month, or that was last month, I guess, a couple weeks ago. But Indiana has only lost one T game so far, so teams know they're going to have to go through the Hoosiers as the back-to-back defending TSCHL champions.
And all these T games, Garrett, as you mentioned, are big rivalries. Everyone knows that every game is up for grabs. And it's going to be a hard-fought game. This will be Jack Hawkins just behind his net. It frees up. A centering pass there will connect to Aiden Simino. He'll go up neutral ice, trying to find Ruffner. No icing will be the call. Ruffner, first one on the scene. He'll pick it up. A centering pass didn't make its way through as it gets slowed down. Here's Rosenberg. Rosenberg, a centering pass in the forehand. Didn't make its way through either. A bit of traffic in front. Rosie wheels one there. That one's deflected wide off a Louisville Cardinal. The Hoosiers starting to dominate the offensive zone.
That one would have been off the ceiling if we were up at the Frank.
And Rosenberg's shot right there gets trapped right in the Louisville logo by DiGiacomo. We'll have another stoppage of play. Now just 2 minutes. Well, Garrett, we've definitely seen some intensity as we were expecting, but we haven't seen the physicality come just yet. 9:30 on a Thursday. We'll give it a few minutes and see if these players start to wake up a little bit with the physicality aspect of the game, but it'll be one back as Matt McKay holds it. It'll just free up to the neutral zone. As he'll give it off, here's Will Jeremy. They'll start to work up ice, and it's now the Louisville Cardinals working the other way. Dumped in by Parker G. Now they'll get to work. McKay puts on the brakes, a spin move. He'll work the other way. This will now be Ethan DiLorenzo. There's Jeremy. Evades a hit in center ice, will get knocked down to his shins.
Nearly a penalty on Burkhart there. He got the stick pretty close to the skates of Jeremy.
There's Jeremy, another centering pass stolen away by the Cardinals. Just some back and forth tennis action here at the blue line as DiLorenzo able to tip this one. It'll go into the zone, and it will be covered up by Nick DiGiacomo.
DiLorenzo laid a pretty big hit on at the end of the play. It was hard to tell if it was intentional or his momentum just carried him into it, but we mentioned expecting things to get chippy.
And still earlier on in the series, Garrett, and not much yet, so we'll see as the series progresses if the post-whistle excitement just continues. It'll be one back to Tinos Raftis. Raftis will send it down the wing. Here's Nick Castricane. He'll make a pass, trying to go for Luke Slavin. It looks like he's being pressured by Jonathan Patch, the freshman. Will now be carried out of the zone by Jonathan Cohen. And just like that, here's Ian Smith the other way, right in front of us. Smith evades a hit, still with the puck on his stick. He'll try a centering pass. It's Luke Slavin. Slavin trying a backdoor pass there, and nothing doing. As here's the Cardinals the other way. Sellinger makes a pass up the wing. It'll collect at Cohen, and Cohen dumps it in deep.
And Goose, we've seen Slavin try to generate offense standing behind the net many times this season. He stands back there and surveys the situation and tries to go to work after that.
And him, a really good puck mover, always looking for the right open lane. He's done that a lot this year, especially when it's come down to the wire in the last few games.
He'll even try a Michigan when you're least expecting it.
Because why not? We'll have our first icing of the day and make it back down to the zone of Sammy Billis. It'll be off to his left. Just about 4 minutes through the first period. And as Garrett mentioned, both teams feeling each other out, starting to get comfortable with each other. As it'll be one back by the Cardinals. They'll connect to Helinski as his shot goes just wide. A loose shot in front.
Cam Costa was hanging out down there, and that shot hit the end boards behind Billis and leaked back out for a good opportunity.
Here's Costa again. He'll leave a drop pass to Patch. Back and forth, a backdoor pass, and Will Kicker's stick able to push that away from harm. As Castricane gives up the wing. Smith gets dumped down to the ice, but gets it in deep. Took the hit, but made the play. As Marich able to clear it out to neutral ice. Burke will start to attack as Costa now regains possession for the Cardinals. He'll go to the far side as his pass was just a little behind Patch, who got rubbed up against the wall. Marich is going to have a skate. So he'll leave it off for Andrew Chambers. Chambers, a little spinorama action there, leaves it off for Burke. Burke's shot goes way up into the ceiling. I don't know if that one's coming down.
We just can't escape the ceiling, can we? No
Whatever,
matter where we go.
Puck's just disappearing left and right every rink we go. It's crazy. Well, Chambers is going to step in on the far side dot against Ty Morgan as he'll win. Matt McKay flies into the zone with speed. He'll be harassed in the far side corner as it frees up Burke. Another shot. This one blocked away by DiGiacomo. This time Rock now fires a shot. Once again, that blocker comes in handy. As now the Cardinals try to repossess in their own end and break out. It'll be Zaritsky as he'll just dump it out through neutral ice. And it goes off Billis' stick, no icing to call. Myers makes a pass up the wing, and the Hoosiers make their breakout pretty simply. Chambers gives it up, and they'll dump it in.
It looks like Sammy might be rocking a new twig today, Goose.
Yeah, I don't recognize the gray and yellow, so you might just be right about that. As here's the Cardinals the other way, driving towards the net, shot, no goal. Driving in on the play was Nico Anastas there. As he tried driving in, had a great opportunity, but the Hoosiers able to clear the zone. And here's Abreu, tried dumping in deep. Simino forced the body and undoing. Here's Simoneau the other way. Simoneau, an open lane, a backdoor pass, trying to find Rosenberg, just missed. And now here's Louisville the other way.
That was a great pass by Hawkins to set up that opportunity while he was under duress.
It'll be Zach Hardy stopping behind Billis' cage. He'll get it up the wing, and here's Aiden Simoneau. They'll connect up, and now Rosenberg. Rosenberg tried leaving a drop pass for Ruff, as here's Shredders the other way. Abreu, the first one on the scene, will connect up to Carl, who will send it off the wall. Tried to find Costa there, but Tinos Raftis now in possession. Raftis evades a hit, as will Jeremy. Surveys back in his own end. Tried going off the wall, as he'll pick it up again. There's Davis Yeagers. Davis tried laying a big hit. He'll get dropped. This time, another puck, a centering pass there off the stick of Belinsky, deflected in high and out of play. Another stoppage of play here with 12:35 left in the first.
And Goose, we've all learned by this point that Davis Yeagers likes to hit, but when he's throwing that body around, sometimes he ends up on the ice himself, but more times than not, it's the other way around.
And it's already good to see Davis going out there, trying to be physical on his first shift of the game. It'll be one back in neutral ice. Back to the Louisville defense. It'll be possessed by Connor O'Neill. He'll get dropped to the ice this time as Davis lays one back.
Guess who?
And here come the Cardinals the other way. It'll be Ramirez. He'll be stripped away as Jeremy tries giving it up. It's Ethan DiLorenzo as that puck was stopped away from him. Here's Davis. He'll take one off the Indiana logo. And the Hoosiers the other way. A 3-on-2. Davis fires this one, blockered away, still loose in front.
That was a nice shot by Yeagers there. It looked like he was fading away to his right, still able to get it on net with some velocity.
As this puck makes its way back to the point, Jeremy gets bumped off the puck as he'll send it in deep, trying to find Ethan DiLorenzo. It'll now be Matt McKay. McKay's tried this one, a deflection, DiLorenzo on the back door. Saved away, but we'll have another puck jump out of play. And a good offensive zone possession time right there. The Hoosiers able to set up some offense. Really moving the puck well in the offensive zone this year, Garrett. And again, it continues here tonight.
Yeah, you're seeing plenty of it early on in this first period. Starting to put some pressure on down there on the end of DiGiacomo.
And we're going to have a brief break of play here. I'm not sure exactly what the call was. I think Coach Weiss was trying to make a signal over to the officials, but couldn't tell you for sure if the Hoosiers have taken their face-off for the game yet.
I was going to say,
timeout, rather.
I wouldn't think we'd have a timeout this early, but I don't know what else could be causing the delay here.
Well, maybe Coach Weiss is not as happy as some might say he could be for the start of this game, and if he already wants to make quick lineup changes this early or send a message to the team, better late than never, right?
Interesting uniform matchup we got today. The Cards going with their white tarps at home, and Indiana wearing the black on the road, something they don't do very often. And I'm sure if the Hoosiers win today, they're going to want to wear the black uniforms again tomorrow.
Most certainly.
So there might be some dirty laundry by the end of the weekend.
The team, especially at home, wearing the black jerseys have been really impressive. I don't know the exact record of what they've been wearing, but they were introduced last season, and looks like they're going to stick with them again. Well, after that timeout, it'll be Nick Beeman of Louisville possessing the puck. And they'll break out and work the other way. Here's Ty Morgan as his shot goes off the pad. Billis makes the save as he'll get crashed into by one of his own, Ray Myers. And official the arm up. I think he's signaling to the bench no one can change.
And that puck nearly snuck in as Myers went crashing into Billis. It looked like it just missed the far post. Louisville's been putting some pressure on Sammy early on, but it seems like the opportunities they've had have been really good looks, but just not as many as we've seen on the other end.
This will be deflected off the far side wall. As chasing in will be Carl Drew. McKay holds it. He'll get pressure from behind. McKay able to evade the 4 checkers there. Will regroup back in his own end. He'll circle and leave it off for Myers. Myers tries to connect to the far side. That got stuck in the skate of Matt Duncan. And now 3-on-1 the other way. A centering pass to the back door, just missed wide.
McKay
Cardinals try another one. That's Beeman, his shot.
Sammy's taking some
just wide.
friendly fire here.
Another centering pass. Nobody in the slot there to defend for the Hoosiers. Able to make its way back out. It's Beeman. He'll reset and go D to D. So now be Drew. Drew connects at the patch. Patch gets bodied along in front of us by Andrew Chambers. And the Cardinals will try to go to work. This will be Carl. His shot off the pad. Once again, another save by Sammy Billis. As Burke will chase, Costa just decides to fire it back into the corner. As it rims around, Hardy's shot got deflected up. And once again, out of play. Just about the halfway point here in the first period. Still 0-0 our score. As it'll be Carl stepping in to take it against Chambers. Carl wins it back. This one off his own man. That shot came from Jonathan Patch. Once again, the Cardinals, a centering pass there, stolen away by Jake Rock. And the Hoosiers now the other way. It'll be Burke as he'll dump it in. Ryan Burke, the freshman, will chase behind the net. He'll get pinned along the glass as Chambers steps in to help. Burke sends it off to Hawkins. Hawkins fires a one-timer. That's deflected off of Carl's stick. Chambers lays a hit just in front of the Louisville bench.
That's got to be a penalty.
Down, and we see a delayed penalty here as Billis races off to the Indiana Hoosier bench. We'll see if they can play with it for a minute before they get the penalty. Here's Rosenberg driving towards the net. Looks like Carl just got his stick on it. So the Hoosiers will go on the first power play here of the evening.
And you had a feeling that that one was going to get called right away.
As Chambers made the hit and some retaliation, he got sent back down to the ice. It's going to be Cam Costa, the senior, as he'll sit for 2 minutes.
And like the way Chambers positions his body when he's along the boards, if you hit him, more times than not, it's going to be a penalty just because how low he gets and how those hits look to the official.
The power play was very successful last weekend, as Ethan DiLorenzo now possesses. He'll send it down the wing. There's Ben Rosenberg. As the umbrella comes into shape, it'll be Will Jeremy. He'll go to the back door. Matt McKay scanning for options.
The net's off.
The net's way off. It looked like
he kicked it.
Giacomo tried sliding post to post and just came off the peg, so they'll fix that.
And Goose, talking about both special teams units for Indiana early on this season, just been absolutely phenomenal. Really no other way to put it. The power play struggled tremendously last year, but they put that long behind them.
Yeah, new season, they started off strong. I believe their first power play of the year they might have scored, if I'm not mistaken, against Bowling Green a few weeks ago. As DiLorenzo gives it off. McKay chooses to shoot. This one just deflected off the end boards. As DiLorenzo gives it off to Jeremy, the back door. This one deflected, just loose in front. As it frees its way back out to the top. McKay, a pass to the back door. Trying to find DiLorenzo.
Man, Semino almost had that put back.
Still loose working around, 45 seconds. McKay tees one up. As that one once again just wide to the right. It banks off the boards. Rosenberg cuts towards the back door.
Go behind, there you go.
The Hoosiers really like working it back and forth across the ice here on the power play. Germs connected to D'Lo. This one shot best and in. And just as I mentioned, they do that once again. Germs connected up to Ethan DiLorenzo, who went posting in. And the Hoosiers lead 1-0, another power play goal.
And what a pass by Jeremy right there, Goose. Put it right on the tape for DiLorenzo, and he ripped it home on the far post.
And Garrett, even before the net got knocked off there, another pass that Germs made, he connected with McKay. McKay was open wide on the back door. And a great opportunity there. This time able to capitalize. D'Lo posting in. And 8-12 here in the first period. The deadlock is broken. As the Cards win it back. It will be sent back down. After the power play goal, we're back to even 5-on-5 strength. as it dumps off the wall. Delayed icing the call, and sure enough, Myers, the first one there, wins the 50-50 race. And the Hoosiers now an offensive zone faceoff.
Another special team goal for this Indiana team, Goose, and really it's come to the point where you expect them to put the puck in the back of the net when they get an extra man, and when they go down a man, you don't get too worried.
You really don't, Garrett. You're right about that. The special teams this year have been phenomenal. Definitely something I remember the boys were saying they've been working on since the first week of practice, and obviously it's paid off. As McKay fires this one a little high, that strikes glass just a few feet above. This will be Myers down below. He'll give it off to Rosenberg. Rosenberg fakes one way, goes back the other, as he'll get rubbed off the puck. The Cardinals skate out the other way, as Parker G tried connecting up the middle to Shredders. It'll be slowed down once again by McKay. McKay is going to come to a complete stop behind Billis' cage, as he'll decide to give it off. It'll be carried up and broken out, as Rosenberg had that stuck in his skates, just had that stolen away. It's Myers now. He'll dump it in. And now the Cardinals the other way. Carl driving in. He'll get sent to one knee. Still pressured. Will Kicker bodies him against it. It'll be scooped up and sent back to the point. Abreu fires one off the pad of Billis, as Carl now possesses. It's stolen away. Abreu able to shovel it in with the backhand back into the corner. As now Davis Yeagers has that puck stolen away from him.
And we've seen a few shots hit off the end boards behind Billis and kind of leak back out towards the middle of the net. So something to look out for down on that end.
And just like that, we're going to see another penalty. This time it's going to be going
Yeagers
against Davis Yeagers. And now the Cardinals will have an opportunity on a man advantage power play. With 6:34, Davis Yeagers heads to the box. They call him 2 minutes for hooking. Looks like his stick almost got caught in Carl's arm. So we won back as Ian Smith taking the draw. This puck just able to be held in on the blue line by Zaritsky. He'll send it down the wing and connect to Duncan. Duncan gives it back to Zaritsky. Once again, pitch and catch. McKay lays a big hit. As now here comes Morgan. His centering pass, nothing doing, and McKay and the Hoosiers work the other way.
Chambers
is going to Andrew Chambers, a 1-on-0. Chambers fakes in and out, he'll score! Chambers jukes left, decides to shoot right and slides it in. That'll be a shorty. And now the Hoosiers jump out to a 2-0 lead. Chambers stirring the pot on the way over to the bench. Quite a celly and quite a goal.
And Chambers right there just waited and waited and waited. We saw several stick handles in front of DiGiacomo right there, and he was able to slide it past as he slid left.
And Garrett, great awareness there and poised with the puck by Matt McKay. Didn't send it right away. He let Chambers skate for a moment and get some speed. And just like that, he connected, and the Hoosiers now up 2. They'll still have to kill 1:22 of the Davis Yeagers hooking minor as Louisville works the other way. Beeman's pass connected up. A patch and quickly stolen away by the Hoosiers and shot down the length of the ice. Giacomo steps out of his net to play it. He'll leave it off for Carl, and the boys in white work the other way as Helinski now on the forehand puts on the brakes, scanning for options. Okay, to Carl. Carl fires one off the pad as Zach Hardy tries slowing it down. It'll bump off the net and back into play. However, we'll have a whistle.
45 seconds left on the penalty now for Indiana.
Coach Weiss is going to send back out Smith and Chambers.
Seemed to work well last time.
Once again, it almost appears to be some miscommunication there between the officials. Still 45 seconds left to go on the kill for the Hoosiers as the Cardinals end up winning it back. Here's Ian Smith the other way. Smith trying a centering pass there. Quickly stolen away by Costa. Costa will work D to D and connect to Beeman. Beeman works up the wing and gives it right back. Costa across the blue line. He'll try to fake in and make Raptis fall. However, Tino's able to clear it back down the other way, 200 feet. DeGiacomo steps out of his net to leave it as Beeman will give it up to Cohen. Cohen crossed the red line and neutral ice. Now the blue line. He'll fire one right at the shin pads of Jack Hawkins. And Hawkins now with possession will bank it off and connect to Ian Smith.
Back even.
We're back to 5-on-5 even strength as Smith just decides a backhanded chip shot right to the glove. That'll register as a shot. And another whistle here with 4:28 left in the first.
We got another timeout here.
Not sure if we're getting the TV timeouts or if we've seen 2 timeouts here in the first period, but that'd be a very rare occurrence. I'm honestly not too sure what the call is, but there's really been no signal, Garrett. The officials kind of just leave the puck at the dot that it's at, and both teams go back to their bench, but we've need no sign of the actual timeout tee by anyone on the ice. So
they giving the boys water breaks because they're making them play on Thursday, maybe?
A little risk reward, I guess.
They're like, come on, we practiced yesterday.
And normally a Thursday night for the Hoosiers would be a practice night, but they adjusted their practice plans for this week. Skated Tuesday night, skated last night, Wednesday. They're here Thursday, and both teams again tomorrow facing off. So 4 days straight for the Hoosiers. Definitely gonna enjoy their fall break after the hockey's over. But both teams return back to the ice. This will be Jeremy awaiting the draw against Ramirez. Jeremy wins it back. David had it for a moment. It was stripped away from him. Yeager's getting pressure by Cohen now, able to get past him. He'll fire a shot. This one goes just wide to the left. It'll make its way all the way back out to neutral ice as McKay tries to dangle. Some fancy foot and stick work, and he'll make himself open for another play as this connects up to Davis Yeagers. Davis puts his shoulder down as he'll drive in, still with the puck on his stick. Yeagers, a centering pass to Ray Myers. Myers shoots this one loose in front. Jeremy, this one also
still out.
Back down to the ice, still loose. Yeagers tries again and again. Can't tell who that is. It looks to be Abreu laying down his body on the line for the team as multiple shots right there and multiple saves, not only by DeGiacomo, but also by Abreu as the Hoosiers just piling shots on. A great effort there by the Louisville defense.
I was going to say, Abreu had 2 saves on that play. One hit him in the face mask, it appeared, and one almost went down his shirt while he was laying down there.
Right off the draw, Ruffner fires one. That's covered away. 3:33. Now Louisville goes for a line change. We'll bring out some fresh legs. As Ben Rosenberg, the freshman, will step in to take the draw. He'll go against Matt Duncan. Duncan wins it back to Beeman. Will deflect off the glass as Ray Myers will be the first one on the scene. Myers picks it up right at the hash marks. He'll bank a pass off as Matt McKay. A planned play. McKay fakes in. His pass will be given up as Aiden Simino able to tip it in. The Hoosiers will now start to chase. As in the blind corner, it looks like Matt Duncan in possession. We'll get that stick lift by Rosenberg. Rosenberg drives towards that. Simino the back door. He'll shoot and score. And Aiden Simino makes it 3 for the Hoosiers. As Ben Rosenberg set that play up perfectly. Faked a wraparound, a centering pass, and right to the slot. Sim was awaiting. Some line chemistry there. They'll strike again.
Indiana absolutely dialed in on this Thursday night. Can't ask for much more.
I guess they're not making the excuse of it being a Thursday. As I mentioned, they're normally out there. They'll play just as hard, maybe if not harder here tonight in the actual game situation. They say practice as you play. Clearly, they're working their tails off tonight with a 3-0 lead. This will be Marich as his pass will bank around. Andrew Chambers had no idea, but Jack Hawkins just hopped on the ice, so no one there at the point where his pass was intended for. As Hawkins gets checked, the door will open. I'll have the official come fix that, but another halt in the play at 2:18. Well, we'll reset right where the last place we had the puck was. So far side right corner. It'll be Chambers and Carl stepping in to take the draw against each other. It'll be Carl winning back as his pass will connect to Zaritsky. Zaritsky up the wing, right back to Carl. Tried a little give and go action there, but Jake Rock able to cut off the pass. Once again, Costa, a backhanded shot. Will just be shoveled in deep. Zach Hardy puts on the brakes. He'll get sent down to his shin guards as the Cardinals work it back to the far side wing. Jake Rock battling for it. Rock's pass intercepted. Carl fires one. Sammy Billis uses the glove. He'll make the save. As Chambers, once again, Garrett, you mentioned earlier, low to the ice, will drive in. He'll bump off Brendan Holinsky away from the puck. As Jake Rock tried a one-time shot there. Luke Slavin in the back door, make it 4. And Jake Rock, a very similar pass to the last goal. A wraparound effort. And once again, connects to the back of the net.
Indiana absolutely dialed in right now at the end of this first period. We didn't know how it was going to go as we approached the halfway point, and they put up 4 in the second half of this one.
Garrett, remember, we were at that first 10-minute mark with just 1 goal under their belt, and ever since that first time out of the game, they've really turned it up. As Myers gives it off to the far side wall. It'll be Matt Bouquet as he'll try to find Luke Slavin. It'll just bounce over their stick as Schreiders will work in the other way. He'll take a shot off Billis' pad. The left pillow makes the save. As Slavin now collects up to McKay. Matt McKay, the senior. He'll drive in through 1 defender. 2, that one strikes the post just the outside as he'll regain his own rebound. Be Slavin. He'll use a toe drag and try to drop it off for McKay. It just snuck through his feet, and now the Cardinals the other way. Shredders fires a shot, trying to go back door.
Jeremy dove to save that cross-ice pass.
And just like that, he'll have the puck and they'll move the other way. Smith, a centering pass, trying to find Slavin. A little too much muster on that one. As Raftis able to use the backhand of his stick there to shove that puck back out to neutral ice. It'll be given up as now Ben Rosenberg. Rosenberg puts on the brakes. He'll skate back out to neutral ice. As time expires, we'll hear the buzzer ring and zeros go up on the board, signifying the end of the first. As the Hoosiers able to put on a scoring fest the second half of the period, jump out to a 4-0 lead. We still got 40 minutes left to play. We'll take a brief break here. You've been watching Indiana Hockey on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network. Welcome back for period number 2 between the Hoosiers and the Cardinals. The Hoosiers had a nice first period, a 4-0 lead, but what happened in those 20 minutes is gone in the past now. A new 20 minutes goes up on the board, and we're underway. As Matt McKay will gain possession off the opening draw. He'll give it to Myers, and right back to McKay again. A centering pass will collect it for Davis Yeagers. As Davis pushes off the puck, pursues through. He'll put the brakes on. His pass tried to find Matt McKay once again. However, stopped just short by Cam Costa. The official has a high sticking call. It's going to go all the way back to the zone of the Hoosiers. Well, at least they're half the ice, pardon me. Normally it goes all the way back, but it's in neutral ice. It'll be Zaritsky off the draw as he'll dump it in deep. It'll be Ethan DiLorenzo as he'll try to work up the wing. It stopped just short, a deflection towards the net. Went off the stick of Cam Costa once again, and nothing doing. As Myers chases, Costa's still in possession. On the backhand, he'll send it across to Zaritsky. Right back down below, awaiting Jonathan Patch. As Davis Yeager's able to just be there, his presence was just enough to make the Cardinals fumble that puck away from their possession. As Yeagers lays a nice big hit there in the far side corner. It'll be shoveled in deep by the defense of the Cardinals as Matt McKay will be the first one there. McKay will battle as Hardy steps in to help. Some good pressure there on the far side. As Ty Morgan will knock Chambers off the puck. As Hardy makes it in, he'll try to connect right back to Chambers. Will be slowed back down in the end of the Cardinals as it's sent back up the wing. Will just jump over Zach Hardy's stick as Sammy Billis sends it out. Jake Rock with the first one on the scene. Rock will go all the way around. His centering pass will just be covered up. And some post-whistle cross checks there exchanged by both Chambers and Morgan.
Yeah, I was going to say, Chambers getting involved down there.
As Chambers and Morgan once again step in to take the draw against each other. It'll be Burke. Ryan Burke able to send it down to the front of the net. Just awaiting Jake Rock. Had a wide open opportunity there, and he just got pushed off the puck. That puck showed up a little late. As Burke puts on the brakes, he'll send it right back down to Chambers. Chambers off the wall to Hardy. Hardy across the wing. And it'll be set off by Jack Hawkins. And they went D to D on the point there. Here's Burke. Burke fakes in, tried to go out. And here's Jake Rock. Rock cuts from left to right. As it's finally slowed down by Zach Hardy. Hardy tried to put the brakes on there. Now Rosenberg. His pass up to the point, it's Hawkins. Hawkins slapped at that one. And now here go the Cardinals the other way, a 2-on-1. Zaritsky fires this one, deflected high and out of play. A good opportunity there from them, and not able to capitalize. (17-11) here to play in the second period. It'll be Rosenberg stepping in to take it against Parker G. Will be dropped as G wins it forward. However, Will Kicker waiting that puck. Read that like a book. Able to step up and steal it away. As Rosenberg moves across the blue line, he'll dump it in. Ruffner put the Jets on. Ruffner able to pick up the puck in the far side corner. As it's slowed down, here's Marich. Marich decides to dump it in. As once again, Rosenberg possesses. Back down below, they'll work. Rosenberg fires a fake shot. This one right at Aiden Simoneau's leg. However, the Cardinals move the other way. dumped in deep by Shredders. As the Hoosiers now able to break out the other way. Rosenberg works across the blue line. He'll have a shot. This one tried to go far side, right glove onto Giacomo and just missed by a hair.
That one was a rocket.
The pass makes its way back to Matt McKay. It'll just jump over his stick as he'll slow it down. He'll cut. Weaving in and out of the defense. He'll put the brakes on once more. So he'll slow it down. He'll give it down below. Jeremy, a centering pass to Ray Myers. It just jumped off his stick. As Myers connects right back to Jeremy. Now Slavin. McKay decides to try to give it off, and the Hoosiers just can't seem to get back in the zone. Now Ian Smith. Smith drives a backhanded pass there towards the middle. Nobody there. As it's finally slowed down by Will Jeremy. They'll put on a C-cut there and get stopped for just a moment. As Slavin awaiting the far side. Tried picking it up. Will bank off the glass and right back to McKay. As he'll slow it down. Just decides to skate across and try to dump it in. However, it's gloved back down by Helinski. Helinski sends this one flying towards us and sent back down to the ice. As Carl dumps it in. We're chasing the far side by Smith. This one shot on net, deflected just wide. Slavin lays a nice big hit. It'll be Ray Myers choosing to dump it in. As Di Lorenzo, the first one on the scene. D'Lo had his stick lifted. As this puck sauces through the air. Finally sent back down to the ice by Davis Yeagers. Davis will get completely dragged down to the ice by two hands of a Cardinal. And just like that, it looked to be Zach Berhart of the Cardinals also torn down to the officials. It was called even. A big hit. Simino lays the wood. Pardon me, that was actually Jack Hawkins at 21-27. Looked pretty similar.
Yeah, they're starting to throw the bodies around a little bit here in these last couple minutes.
As Raftis has passed towards the front. Chambers in the doorstep. Still loose. A shot and score. Tino's Raftis. And Konstantinos Raftis puts in his first of the year. And now the Hoosiers jump out to a 5-0 lead. And Garrett, the last 3 goals have come from the Hoosiers skating all the way around the net and then a backdoor pass. Giacomo has just not been quick enough to move from post to post and make the save.
Indiana's just been tenacious on the attack, crashing the net hard and gobbling up those rebound opportunities.
And off the draw, Louisville got a quick shot. A centering pass there was slowed down by kicker. It's dumped in deep. It'll be Rajko Maric. Maric looks for a stretch pass up the middle. It'll make its way to Rock. Rock across the wing. Now Burke. Ryan Burke tries to slow it down. He'll get pressured. As finally, the Cardinals start to work the other way. Rosenberg, a centering pass. Just got shut short. As the Cardinals try to break out. Swarm of black and white sweaters just in front of us. Finally, Rock nearly came out with it. And Louisville tried to go the other way. It'll be slowed down by Morgan. As he'll get sent to the ice. It'll be Rosenberg the other way. Rosenberg. Try to deke there. Just got stuck short by Nick Beeman of the Cardinals. As Myers now battles for it in the far side corner. Burke picks it up. Burke sends it back to the point. This one fired by Germs. Away, and the Cardinals decide just to ice it. Burkhart, the first one on the scene. No icing will be the call. As their shot strikes end boards there. Ruffner able to break up the play from Sillinger. And a 2-on-1 the other way. Burkhart, A backdoor pass just misses. A great opportunity as Parker G was waiting on the back door. Simino, a centering pass will collect to Jeremy. A 2-on-1. Joining the play, some great defense there. And it looked to be Jake Shredders able to break up that puck from Will Jeremy's stick. Over Jeremy back in possession. He'll cut in. Jeremy cuts towards the net. This one stopped short. Now Ruffner a second chance. A save by DiGiacomo, and the Cardinals the other way. As it banks off the boards, it'll go off Patch's stick. No icing the call. It'll now be Zach Hardy. Just 11:20 here to go in period number 2. Simino decides to dump it in deep, and they'll get to work. As this puck now drifts towards neutral ice. Will be picked up by Costa. Costa jukes in. A diving Hoosier, and Billis looked like the net completely came off. He slid from post to post. Completely came off, similar to that play we saw in the first period with DiGiacomo.
Well, that was interesting.
A backdoor pass. The Cardinals tried to give the Hoosiers a taste of their own medicine. And the backdoor pass just didn't go through there. Pardon me today, some sickness coming upon us, a dry throat. Not my best voice. Well, we play on as Aiden Simino's pass tried to find Colin Ruffner. It's slowed down by the Cardinals on the far side as Jack Hawkins will try to dump it in. Chambers will chase. The first one there was Zaritsky. As pushed against the walls, Ian Smith. He's dumped up the boards. Raftis with the most recent goal, able to hold the line. Will once again regain possession. Slavin receives the pass at the top of the circle. He'll drive in a backhanded shot. Deflected out of play. And again, we seem to have one of those timeouts again, so both teams head back to their bench.
Nice little water break here.
Well, Garrett, we're just about halfway through this one. Well, luckily enough, another game tomorrow night, same time, 9:30. Although we'll switch places and have the exact same set of teams, except in Bloomington tomorrow, 9:30 puck drop at the Frank Southern. Once again, we'll have live coverage here for you on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network. Garrett will be making the call. I'll be off to his side. And the Hoosiers last weekend, a great start to the home opener. Ohio State Buckeyes topped them the first game 8-1. Well, pardon me, the Hoosiers topped the Buckeyes 8-1 the first game and 6-0 the second. So the home opener weekend was a success. And the Hoosiers undefeated so far at home. We rejoin the action here with 10:18 left in the second. Rosenberg wins it back to Slavin. Raftis once again fires. This one strikes the end boards. As both teams battle for it, will be Jonathan Cohen on the far side. Luke Slavin, a centering pass to Raftis. He'll try a second. This one deflected, a great save by DiGiacomo. Firing this one, Rosenberg, another backdoor pass. Slavin a second try, and another great save by Nick DiGiacomo. A great opportunity there. Originally, Ethan DiLorenzo was sitting on the porch trying to tuck one in. His rebound went back to Slavin, and DiGiacomo slid from the left to the right post and was able to make the save. As right off the draw, shot on net by Davis Yeagers. Might have got a piece of Ethan DiLorenzo. I couldn't tell you for sure. But Ray Myers, his pass will connect to the far side, and Davis Yeagers, a 2-on-1. A chip shot, and a great save. I've seen no sign of a goal. Ethan DiLorenzo awaiting that. And what another great save by DiGiacomo. Well, Garrett, a flying saucer pass there came off the stick of Davis Yeagers, trying to find Ethan DiLorenzo cutting towards the net. And no one saw where the puck was for a moment, just because DiGiacomo made the save.
Absolutely.
As Davis Yeagers once again in control of the puck. He'll try a pass towards the middle. That's intercepted away by Anastas of the Cardinals, a 2-on-2. Anastas fires this one off the glass. As now Billis makes a save. The shot came from Sillinger on the point. Had to throw his blocker at it. Here comes Ethan DiLorenzo off to the races. He'll put on the brakes. Dilo still standing for options. Fakes in, tries to go towards the net. A swarm of Cardinals in front, able to make the stop. Now they'll try to break out from left to right. McKay tries to juke out Burkhart. However, Burkhart still chasing his tail. Zach Hardy able to be there for reinforcements. Will rim this one all the way around. McKay able to steal it away. A 3-on-1, the Hoosiers. McKay slows it down. He'll have a shot. This one saved away. As DiGiacomo just decided to glove it up. Some post-whistle activity. Both teams pushing and shoving. DiLorenzo is going to get pushed away. Well, they'll slow it down at 8:31. DiLorenzo having some chirps with a fan. I'll make his way back to the bench. And Coach Weiss will bring out three new forwards. 5 new total. As the Cardinals win the draw, they'll bank it off. It'll be Zach Hardy, so he'll dump it back in deep. Rosenberg tries to fire that one top shelf. Another save as deflected off his stick and held back in the line with Zach Hardy once again. Rosenberg gets sandwiched in the near side corner. Still the Hoosiers come out with it. As Zach Hardy able to fire one on net. That'll just be saved away as the pad. Centering pass will connect up the wing. A 2-on-2 for the Cardinals. Abreu makes a pass. Tried to go back door, dropped down to the ice. Louisville asking for a penalty, and the officials all looked at each other and no one made a call. With the score of 5-0, I think they're going to let the boys play. As Abreu kicks it off his skate. Rosenberg knocked off the puck. Burkhart gave it off as Carl now drives towards the net. Carl centering pass, banks off the wall, right to Aiden Simoneau. Simoneau now to Rosenberg. Rosenberg fires a shot and right to the leather of DiGiacomo. Another whistle here with 7:14 left in the second.
This period flying on by here, Goose, and Indiana able to add on to their lead.
As it's won back by the Cardinals. Marich tried a shot on net there, was sticked away. And now the Cardinals a 3-on-2 the other way. Carl trying a backdoor pass there, just missed the stick of Jonathan Patch. As Jeremy rims it up the wall. Another shot on net able to come from the Cardinals. Billis stands tall between the pipes as Carl knocks off Marich from the puck. Kicker pushed off. As Ruffner tried going through the D there. Zaritsky able to hold the line. Carl works a centering pass. Shot on net there, saved away. Beeman, a great opportunity coming from the point. Here's Jake Rock, a 1-on-2, just looking for some help. As Rock will have that stripped away from him. This puck bounces back to neutral ice. It'll be Matt McKay. McKay weaves through some defenders as he'll try a pass there, able to be held in. Luke Slavin the other way. A 3-on-2. Slavin, a pass towards the middle, tried to find Ian Smith. A backdoor pass, once again, Smith, loose in front. Slavin, a second chance, just missed Smith. He'll get sent down to the ice as another puck disappears up into the ceiling.
Nearly 3/4 of the way through the second period. Indiana continuing to put the pressure on DiGiacomo down there, and for a late Thursday night game, it's been an incredible performance thus far.
Absolutely. As it'll now be one back. Shot on net instantly by Slavin. He was just sitting there off the wing, came right to him. As Davis Yeagers try to drive him towards the net, quickly stolen away as the Cardinals just dump it in. Lobby Luke Slavin the other way. From right to left, the Hoosiers work. Ray Myers will send a pass up and connect to Matt McKay. McKay leaves a drop pass for Slavin. Slavin drives in. He'll send one on the cage. This one deflected high out of play, and he'll make the hit after sending the shot towards the direction of the net. All the Hoosiers will send a full sail line change. And once again with a little break. We'll take a brief break here on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network and join you for the last 5 minutes in just a sec.
All right.
Back here in the action as it's one back to Ethan DiLorenzo. He'll send it back to Konstantinos Raftis as this puck deflects up high from the blocker of DiGiacomo. Now settled down by Jeremy. As Ethan DiLorenzo sends a pass back to the point. Raftis trying to go to the back door. This one, once again, just wide. Really close. As Raftis already shown, he's put in his first of the season tonight. Definitely hungry for more. It's Ryan Burke. Will chase back the play. Zach Hardy sends a pass to DiLorenzo. DiLorenzo tried evading a man there, able to do so. And the Hoosiers hold the line. Burke, a backdoor pass, trying to find DiLorenzo awaiting. Just a bit off the mark. As Ryan Burke now in possession. Burke will take a slash, a delayed penalty. The Hoosiers are going to be on a power play. And slashing the call, once again going against the Cardinals. Parker G., the senior from Crystal, Michigan. A 2-minute minor for slashing. So So the Hoosiers going to have another opportunity here on the power play with 3:55 left in the second. As quickly winning off the draw was the Cardinals. Those are sent it the length of the ice. Bill steps out of his net to play it. He'll leave it for Zach Hardy. Hardy will work up the wing and give it off to Aiden Simino. Simino leaves it back for Jeremy. Jeremy's pass just missed DiLorenzo. As Ethan DiLorenzo trying a centering pass there. Stolen away by Ty Morgan. Now the Hoosiers finally able to cross the blue line. Send a pass over to Ethan DiLorenzo. Rosenberg slows it down, finally off to Zach Hardy. And Garrett, both teams just don't seem to have the intensity they originally brought out. Both seem to just be going through the motions, even with 3 minutes left in the second.
Absolutely. It's already a 5-0 game, so both teams just trying to stay engaged.
As Simino tried a shot there. Jeremy to the back door. Rosenberg fires one. A great butterfly save there by a sliding DiGiacomo. Billis able to fake out a man. And we'll step up and give it to Jake Rock. Rock connects up. As here's Burke. Ryan Burke. Looking for options. We'll send it off to the point. Raftis will go D to D. Luke Slavin. Right back to Raftis. Raftis sends it to the far side. There's Burke. Burke on the forehand. He'll fire a shot. David Jagers in the back door. Still loose. Rock in search for the puck. They'll finally slow it down. As Jake Rock now sends it across the wing. It'll be Slavin. Slavin back to the top. Raftis able to hold the line and send it back in deep. Still 15 seconds to go. Raftis fakes a one-timer. He'll send it. This one deflected just wide. As Davis Jaeger, still the first one on the scene, will pick it up. Jake Rock will work on the forehand. Rock fires one just wide.
Back even now.
As Louisville returns a man into the ice, we're down to 1:50 here in the second. Will be chipped out to the neutral zone as Konstantinos Raftis holds it down. Raftis, a centering pass, right over to Luke Slavin. Slavin tried to thread the needle of the defender's legs, and the Cardinals now the other way. Carl fires a shot to the backside, going for a pop pass there off Billis. Unable to do so, and now the Hoosiers are 3-on-1. Luke Slavin drives in the backhand. As Slavin now will get pushed off the puck. He'll be slowed down and corralled by Morgan. Matt McKay steals it away. As Konstantinos Raftis moves it up. He'll go across the red line, now the blue line. Raftis to the top of the circle. He'll fire one on net, try to go 6-hole. A tough angle there. As you can see, DiGiacomo blocking off that right pad. So we're under a minute here to go in the second. The Hoosiers still with a 5-0 lead. As Chambers will step in to take the draw. I take that back. Colin Ruffner now will step in to take the draw against Parker G. G will win it back. The Cardinals have won a ton of faceoffs tonight, Garrett. And something the Hoosiers really dominated in tonight just does not seem to be the case. As Chambers evades a hit there, he'll give it off to Ruffner. Ruffner tries driving in towards the net. Decides just to go back out wide. Ruffner a backhanded shot. This one deflected wide. A nice stick save there by DiGiacomo. Ruffner steps in to help. Down to just 24 seconds. Meyer steps in, takes a whack at it. Will be slowed down, and now the Cardinals the other way. A centering pass. Awaiting Burkhart, just a little too much moisture on that. As we're down under 10 seconds. Ruffner sends it up to DiLorenzo. We'll have a one-on-one. Joining the play, Matt McKay. D'Lo fires one. This one strikes end glass as it rims out to neutral ice. That'll be the end of two as we're through 40 minutes in the books. The Hoosiers tack on another goal in the second period. 5-0 our score. We'll take another brief break here on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network and join you live for period number 3 in just about 15 minutes. back live for period number 3. As the Cardinals ended up winning that opening face-off. Some tic-tac-toe action as Smith went down, found Matt McKay. McKay, a centering pass to Slavin, just sitting there on the doorstep. Just had to tap it in.
Just a nonchalant finish there by Luke Slavin. He was getting into the music before the third period. He's still got plenty of